Hey guys, and welcome to Map 3 in a best of 3 between TSM and Team Kinguin for the PGL Last Chance Grand Finals. The winner of this will go on to face teams like Virtus Pro, Titan, and Fnatic, as well as many more for the PGL Finals here. But it is looking like an A-take for Kinguin. It's just going to be all on dupreeh to hold off this A-take. Device is going to be able to do a quick rotate out of window there, and looks like he actually jumped out, but here comes the Kinguin Penguins there, and wow, dupreeh's already gushed down. Just 18 HP, and Device trying to push through the smoke, not able to though, but Get Right does take him down. Get Right coming around, he could take down Cajun B, and he does. That's 2 for Get Right. Kerrigan does finally respawn, but Michael does end his reign of terror there to take down 2 himself. It's going to be all on Xyp9x. Can he do much? Well, it's not looking too likely with a 4 versus 1. Once they know his position, they can just kind of Glock train him down. And he does take down Michael. He's gonna try to retreat a little bit, but that nade goes out, and here they come. The pain train does take him down, and Kinguin take the first pistol round of the first half. TSM seeming like they're going for a force buy, and they are. That random zooming is kind of freaking me out, Xyp9x. But 2 scouts, 2 5.7s, and a CZ. They could make this work. This is very winnable for them, as Kinguin were not expecting that kind of buys, and they bought just pretty much all SMGs, a Tech 9, and 1 Soul AK. So this is very doable by TSM. dupreeh creeping up, he will be greeted by Scream. Just 1 bullet this close is all that's needed, and that is going to become very, very evident for Scream as he takes him down with a single 5.7 tap. That's 1 down, 4 to go here for TSM. I think at this point, Kinguin have realized this, and they are going to be playing a little bit more cautiously. Get Right creeping into jungle here. Gets surprised by Cajun B, but does manage to flick around just in time to take him down. Evens the man count up, but Xyp9x is very low on health. dupreeh does take down Michael with another 5.7 shot. And now Kinguin have read this, and they are rotating all the way back into the A site. Rain to open it up, taking down Kerrigan. He does know that Device is there. He heard him and saw him and does take him down. He spins back around, not able to take down dupreeh here. But it's all on dupreeh. Can he get much? He gets 1, not able to get another. Dennis finally comes in to take him down. A pretty decent eco round though for TSM. Was it worth it in the end? Maybe, because Kinguin are still on a sort of light buy. But I think that is more Kinguin reading that, okay, they forced up last time, they're not going to have Kevlar or helmets, they might have P250s at most. So may as well just stick with lesser weapons, get that money. Heading towards B here on Kinguin. And here comes Rain, just trying to, well, make it rain by getting those SMG kills. Gets 2, not able to get 3. Kerrigan does take him down, he should be able to get that Mac 10. Not that the Mac 10 is going to do a whole lot against these players, as they do have a pretty huge amount of Kevlar and helmet in there. It's just pretty much a slaughter fest going on. It's going to be all on Kerrigan with that Mac 10. Not really worth it to save it. If he can get some exit frags with it, it will be definitely worth it, but I think that's what he's going for. Yeah, he's just kind of hanging out. Not much he can do with a Mac 10, no armor at all. He could take down Dennis and Michael pretty easily, as they're very low on health. And again, that would be a lot of money for them, but seems like Kinguin are aware of where he is, or where he should be, and he's going to go for the ninja. Well, not really ninja, he has no kit. It seems like he's just trying to bait out the player, and he's not able to do it. He will go down with the bomb. And that is another round for Kinguin. Kinguin are off to a good start. 3 rounds already on the T side is pretty good. If they can get at least 2 more, they'll be in pretty good shape going into the next half. Anything after that is just a bonus. This is a fairly CT-sided map. No ops though on TSM. Let's see if Michael can get this opening pick with his op. Does spot that nade being thrown, tries to time it, but not able to do so. TSM don't really give him anything there, they give them full mid control. But look at Cajun B with his boost, he could catch somebody off guard. There's going to be 2 players pushing through underpass that he could catch. And Kerrigan there to get the crossfire going, making sure nobody comes onto Cats to surprise him. Flash goes out, but it doesn't really do much as Dennis does take him down. And wow, Cajun B actually does not get the jump onto Rain. Rain takes him down. Get Right sitting inside here. Wow, Get Right misses his spray as Kerrigan just kind of crouches and just spins around and takes him out. Hey Rain, don't shoot at your friend there. That's your teammate. Device with an excellent spray down onto 2. Make that 3 people. And that round goes into the favor of TSM. They finally do have an op. It's going to be on nope, going to be on Kerrigan, I would assume, or maybe Cajun B. Seems like they've been throwing the op around like, well, I don't want to say like what, but if I had to guess, it will be on, yep, Kerrigan. Let's see what Kerrigan does if he can get that pick into mid. He peeks, sees the Molotov, is aware that people are there, but Kinguin not really showing him anything. They do realize he did pick up that op. That smoke should cover their cross. Let's see if Kerrigan can time this, though. Not able to. He nades himself out. And nothing comes of that. Get Right pretty low on health, though. He's already at 52. TSM not really giving Kinguin anything to work with. They're just kind of playing very conservatively. Get Right could get caught off guard. He's facing for cap, but does finally turn around. Scream just kind of making some noise up here in apps. Seeing if he can bait anything out. Get Right pushes through the smoke. I think you pretty much have spotted him, but he does manage to take him down. And Device, not able to connect. He does get finally taken down by Dennis. Kerrigan responds, though. And, well, Rain makes sure that the advantage does go in favor of Kinguin. 2 versus 3. However, Rain very low on health, and Zipnix gets Michael all the way down to 11 HP, and Rain comes around and gets taken down by Cajun B. It's going to be 2 versus 2 here. This is still winnable for Kinguin after that happens. And there it is, another round for Kinguin. Makes it 4-1. TSM forced to eco. Looks like it is going to be 5-1 here, going into round 7. Unless TSM can make something work with that Deagle and that P250, but it doesn't seem too likely at this point. Stranger things have happened, though. I say it doesn't seem too likely simply because they don't have any Kevlar to back that up. So even if they are able to get a spray down, then, as you can see there, the aim punch really just kind of does them in. Michael does take down Device. It was a little bit sloppy, but it did pan out in the end, and Rain just sitting here on Cat. Could he catch Zipnix off guard? He does, and as expected, a pretty easy round here for Team Kinguin. Look how low all of these players are, though, minus Get Right. They're going to be forcing up on TSM. That's pretty interesting. I'm surprised they didn't just full save and then go for an op to get some mid control, because it seems like Kinguin are just really controlling mid hardcore. But maybe these FAMASas will pay off. I hope so for TSM's sake. As Kinguin are already on 5, anything more than this is going to be pretty tough to deal with next half. Smokes go out all around. Device nearly goes down, but does escape with his life. Never mind. He does get killed by Scream, and Michael goes down as Dupree gets the trade out. But here comes Rain creeping into Connector. Turns around at the last second to take down Kerrigan. That was unfortunate. That should have gone in favor of Kerrigan, but Rain just does crazy stuff way too often. And Zipnix decides not to push. Dupree gets flashed to hell and taken down, and this seems like it's going in favor of Kinguin once more, but wow, I spoke way too soon as Cajun B takes down 2, Zipnix takes down 1 himself. It's going to be a 1 versus 2 with Rain on very low health. Rain should go for this, may as well, because if he dies, he gets round loss bonus money. Well, round loss money. And if he doesn't die, obviously he doesn't get anything, but he does save his rifle. I think it will be worth it to actually just go for it, try and get some more economical damage to a very weak buy of TSM. And it is going to be what he is going to be doing. And Cajun B does hear him drop down and take him down. That is a 3K there for Cajun B. could be the momentum that TSM needs to get back into this match. Once more, if Kinguin win one more round, then that's going to be pretty great for them, as it's going to, at the very least, be 9-6 at the half. And 9-6 is pretty scary, because if Kinguin wins next half's pistol round as well, then it's going to be an even game, pretty much. Looks like they're setting up for a B take, though. That is going to smoke off bench, it looks like. Yep. And all the flashes go out. My camera is glitching really bad. Wow, it's stuck. This is horrible. My camera is just straight up stuck. Alright, there we go. My sincerest apologies for that. That was out of my control. The camera just got stuck on the nade cam until the nade faded. But that round did go into the favor of TSM. Volvo, please fix that. Sort of a light buy on Kinguin. They got that Tech 9 and that P250, but maybe they can make it work. But TSM have started to look a lot stronger than they were in the first few rounds there of this match. They seem like they have gotten their confidence back. TSM seem to be, much like Kinguin, a momentum-based team that they just kind of get down on themselves when they lose a few rounds in a row, but once they start winning, they just seem pretty unstoppable. Kinguin really liked to boost into window like this, and it's paid off more often than not for them, but let's see what TSM can do to respond to it. Dupree, how did he not spot his head there? He saw it for ages. Maybe he was looking at his radar or something. Kerrigan gets naded down to 55 HP. He's super blind. And Rain does spot him. Can he take him down? Not quite yet, but Dennis does take down Device. Cajun B ends up going down himself. And it's all on to Dupree to hold off this push. He gets one. He gets two. This is looking really good for TSM. As Kerrigan finally comes in to take down Scream, the boost goes out, but Zipnix expects it, and he takes down Get Right. It's all on Rain with a Tech 9. He's super blind, and that's going to be another kill for Zipnix. Very well played there by Dupree, I believe it was. Over there in CT spawn to take down the two players to open up this round for them. It's going to be an eco round for Kinguin. They're going for the Deagles, though. Armor on both of those Deagle players. Just going to be storming into mid. And Kerrigan gets one. Can he get another one? Yes, he can. Michael ends up going down. Drops him down to 48 HP, though. And Zipnix just kind of jumping around, hoping for any sort of information. And Dupree does spot Scream. But can Scream get anything on him? He does dink him all the way down to 24 HP. But Device is there to take down Dennis. That's one Deagle down. Get Right still lurking about, though. And Scream gets a headshot onto Device. And Get Right comes in with a Deagle to take down Dupree. Dupree was low on health, though. All three players rotate out to finally end Get Right's life. All tied up here going into round 11. No op on Kinguin. Nobody to challenge mid there. Seems like Kerrigan is going to be heading towards B with that op, though. Let's see if he can get anything. The flashes go out on B. Piece, but nothing is there. Scream does get the opening pick onto Device. That's going to force a player to rotate towards mid, or at the very least... Oh, look at this boost. Look at this boost. Unfortunately, he doesn't spot anything with it. And wow, Cajun B does spot Get Right jumping around and takes him down, but he does get dropped down to 13 HP. Two of these TSM players are very low, which is a good situation to be in if you are Kinguin, but not good enough, as Zipnix does take down Rain. And he gets another one. He just storms off of the stairs there. And finally, Scream goes down as Zipnix is just sort of tapping away. That flash does blind Michael. Another round for TSM. Another solid round, only losing one player. Very strong play from TSM once more. It's going to be another Eco Deagle round here for Kinguin. Let's see if they can make those Deagles pay off this time. They did do a little bit of damage last time, but that's a good way to start. Nice shot from Michael. Takes down the Opper in mid there, Kerrigan. Molotov is going to slow down Rain a little bit, but this nade could do a lot of damage to Get Right, and it doesn't really do much. It does 5. Device does take down Dennis. Seems like a pretty easy round here for TSM. I was a little bit worried that Zipnix was going to whiff that spray completely and go down himself, but it's pretty much all on Scream now, and he's at 3 HP. Can he do much? He's just kind of tapping away, hoping to connect with anything at all. And Zipnix, don't do it. He tries getting the jumping shot, but he cannot do it. And here comes all of the members of TSM to kind of swarm him. And finally, he ends up going down. He lived for quite a while there. 7-5, though, going into round 13. Like I said, look at that. What is that, 6 rounds in a row for TSM? That momentum got built up, and it seems like Kinguin don't really have any response for it. That's what makes TSM a very scary team. Seems like they're heading towards A, though. It might just sort of storm in once those smokes go off. There is a smoke for Palace down, so that's going to slow Scream down a little bit. And there's the opening pick. But Dupree respawns to take down Rain. The rotates are coming out. These smokes and mollies are going pretty much everywhere. But they don't have a whole lot of utility to work with at this point for Kinguin. And they're going to have to worry about that CT player spraying through, but he's not able to connect. That Molotov should do a little bit, slow them down, not be able to get that bomb plant, and Get Right sprays through the smoke to take down Kerrigan. And Dennis jumps on top of the box, and he does catch Zipnix off guard, sprays him down with the AK. It's going to be 2 versus 4. This looks pretty good for Kinguin. And it should be their round, unless KGB can do something incredible. That's a way to start, actually. He takes down 2 with headshots. This is still winnable by him. He only got 16 HP, and he's not going to be able to do much more, as Get Right does end his life. 7-6 in favor of TSM. They're able to buy again, though, with that op for Kerrigan. And it's going to be Michael to challenge him. Let's see what Michael can do, though. Michael hasn't really been too hot this match. Both him and Scream only at 5 kills. Michael going to peek mid. Nothing in connector to challenge him, though. A little bit too late. Kerrigan finally pops in, but KGB is creeping up mid here. He could catch Michael off guard. Device should have heard that player's step at A ramp. What a weird position for KGB. This is kind of cool. He does catch Rain off guard as Rain is looking towards window. That's going to kind of ruin their little boost that they like to do for Kinguin. Very slow play from both sides. Nobody really giving any information if they can help it. Zipnix just jumping for information, but Scream does get spotted. Zipnix changes his position. Kerrigan with a nice flick onto Get Right. Peeks in, gets Dennis down. Kinguin is looking like they're falling to pieces as they only have that nade to respond to Dupree. And Zipnix just kind of looking at the edge of the smoke, expecting them to push through. Oh, what a beautiful spray. But he's not able to take him down. Finally, Scream does take down Zipnix, and he rotates, but KGB not able to be killed by Scream there. In another round for TSM. Hey man, that's someone's TV. You didn't need to throw a flashbang at it. It's going to be a very light buy for this last round for Kinguin. Just 2 AKs, a Galil, a Tech 9, and a P250. Not very many nades to work with either. I'm not going to use the nade cam. I almost did, but I don't want that thing to happen again. There's going to be storming into mid here. Seems like they're just kind of trying to get that Opper down, but there's nobody there to greet them. He's not playing in window. And he does play in connector, though, to take down Michael. And Dupree could catch Dennis off guard if Dennis pushes. And, ooh, Kerrigan hits Rain through the wall. And here comes the Kinguin players storming into the A site. They get 2. That's going to be a 3 versus 2 in favor of TSM. Rain on very low health as he did get hit by that op. They should spot that flash coming out, and Scream does take down Device, but gets taken down by Cajun B in response, and that is going to be a 9-6 half in favor of Team SoloMid. Alright, round 16, pistol round, the second half. TSM really need to win this pistol round or they're going to be in trouble, as Kinguin are just 3 rounds behind them, and winning a pistol round is not guaranteed to win 3 rounds in a row, but gives you a pretty good shot. The smokes and flashes go out on TSM, and Scream already down to 7 HP. That nade does finish him off, and Kerrigan does spray down with that Glock there. Dennis. And this is looking really good for TSM, not losing 1 player yet. Get Right and Michael have all to do. Michael could catch someone right now. He does. Takes down Kerrigan. That's a good way to start, but time is ticking down very fast. I don't think they have time anymore. They're just going for exit frags at this point, trying to build their economy a little bit for next round. And Michael still not able to connect with anything else. Does finally take down Cajun B, but gets burst fired down by Device. And Get Right with the P2000 does take down Zipnix, but 10-6 here for TSM. Could very easily be 12-6. The Deagles are going to be on Kinguin's side, though. Let's see what they can do with them. No Kevlar to back them up, though. So unless they get those 1 Deags, it's going to be pretty sketchy, to say the least. Kinguin are being pretty aggressive with these Deagles, and Dennis with a nice 1 Deag onto Kerrigan, but it's not going to be enough as the bomb will go down in the A site. Deagle shots raining through, but nothing connects, and Michael spots Zipnix, does tag him down a little bit. The flash goes out, and Zipnix will peek, but there it is. The second flash goes out and blinds Michael. He does spray him down. That UMP could do a lot of damage to TSM if he can use it, but he's just going to be retreating with it. He's got no Kevlar, so he may as well just save that UMP. If he can, he does get spotted, nearly gets taken down as he retreats back. He's going to be meeting Device here, and he does get shot down by Device. Very good round for TSM, as they only lost 1 player, and did not allow that UMP to be saved for Kinguin. Wow, Scream and Michael both sitting on just 7 kills. They're not really quite as effective as they have been, really. Michael was insane on Train. His opping was really on point, but he hasn't really had much opportunity to get that op, and the times he has had the op, it hasn't really paid off. But look at Dennis. With his forward position, he could catch Zipnix. He hears these players storming into B, and if Dennis can catch them off guard, he could do a lot of damage. He doesn't fire. This is really smart play from Dennis, but not smart enough as he does get spotted in the end. They pretty much gave them a free bomb site there. They kind of stacked A, hoping that they would just do a fast A take. But Dupree gets 1 headshot. He gets another one. Can he get a third, or will Cajun B take that headshot from him? Yeah, he does get a third, giving Scream a taste of his own medicine there. Look how close Dennis is to Zipnix, just on the other side of that wall. But he should be able to get shot in the back. Just barely gets out of sight of Device. And Device just desperately spraying through. He does take him down with a Glock in the end. That's going to be another round for TSM. Just 4 rounds now. from taking this matchup. First gun round, this could be a very important gun round. This gun round, depending on who wins this, could very well decide the winner of this match. If Kinguin loses gun round, they're going to be forced to eco again. That's going to put them at 14 on TSM, more than likely. Kerrigan gets the opening pick on the get right. Not a good way to start off. Double smokes for Cat. Michael doesn't really have anything it can do about that. Does get sprayed down through the smoke as well. Very nearly goes down. This is not looking too good for Kinguin already. What a shot from Dupree. Scream goes down. There's nothing you can do about that. Just an insane shot. And Device lurking into T-Apps here. TSM really just kind of playing for picks at this point. They're playing pretty slow, but they're getting the opening picks as Kinguin are just kind of showing themselves in. Dennis does finally respawn for Kinguin. Takes down Device. Still very much so in favor of TSM, though, as look how thinly spread these players on Kinguin are. Rain's going to be very pivotal here. The Molotov goes out. Can he take down Zipnix? He does take down one, but it's just too much for him to handle, as he does end up going down himself. 2 versus 3 here. To make that 2 versus 1, it's going to be all on Dennis, and he really needs to do a lot of work here. Honestly, he should just save this rifle, as he could use it in the next round. He'll still get money even if he saves it, but Kerrigan just takes him down in the end. And I feel like this might have saved TSM from Kinguin coming back here. Very light buy on Kinguin. Let's see what they can do with that. If they can take this eco round for Kinguin, then I think that will get them back in it, but it's not seeming too likely given how strong TSM have really been playing lately. But let's see what Kinguin can do, make those deagles work. Dennis has been pretty on fire with that deagle, as has GetRight, and I say that as GetRight does take down Device. Another one very low. Oh, Dennis with the 1 deag onto Kerrigan. Dupree barely responds to GetRight. He sprays 2 down, but not before Dennis kills him, finally ending his reign of terror. And Mike Laley, can he get the kill? He does finally get the kill, and this is exactly what Kinguin need to get back into this game. That Molotov is going to slow down Cajun B. Cajun B rushes through. He takes 1. Can he get anything else? He does have bomb control. He could go all the way back to B, or make it seem like he's going back to B and come back towards A. As both of these players are going to be sitting here on the A site. Cajun B is playing this pretty smart. He's making it seem like he walked back towards B, and he's forcing that rotate from Scream over here to go back towards the B site. He's going to make it 1v1s, which is, of course, very, very smart. But, oh, Michael Laley. Not making himself known. He is kind of peeking over, but luckily, Cajun B did not spot him. Cajun B being very, very cautious, checking every single angle that he can. He's going to be planting, but he thinks one is sitting inside of Palace, but he is not. Michael Laley with the AK takes down Cajun B, and Michael Laley finally comes through for his team there, taking down 2 himself. Still 6 rounds away from TSM, though. Kinguin needs to do a lot more work than that. It's a good start, though. Might be the confidence boost that Kinguin need. Let's see what they can do in this round, see if that confidence carries over. Scream running out mid very quickly. The nade goes down. Scream has been pretty quiet this match, so maybe he can do something wonderful here, and that is a good way to start. Takes down Kerrigan. No response from TSM quite yet, though. It's looking very good for Kinguin so far. They're being a little bit more aggressive as they know that TSM are playing very slow, playing for picks, and they're giving them the picks, but if they're being aggressive and winning the aim duels kind of like this, then that is very good. Kinguin make it a 3 versus 2. They're going to be coming through the market here, all 3 of them, and the flashes go out blind pretty much everybody on TSM, and Scream takes down Dupree. Device responds. It's going to be a 2 versus 1, and they're just going to swarm him both at the same time, a pincer attack, if you will, and there it is. Another round for Kinguin. Makes it 8 to 13. That's still a lot of work to do, but Kinguin, their momentum, for that console there, their momentum's building. Unfortunately for them, TSM are still able to buy. They can get an op on Device. No op on Kinguin though, so nobody to really challenge mid too harshly. And a very aggressive play from Rain here. Does he spot that player? He does. Must have spotted the name tag because I couldn't see anything there. This is just Kinguin really adapting to the play of TSM. It's making TSM play very, very cautiously. I mean, they're not really giving them a whole lot after that opening pick happened. I mean, they're just kind of playing very slowly, very quietly. That smoke will alert them of their position, but that Molotov will not allow Kerrigan to push through. Unless he's very ballsy. Which he will be. And he does jump into the flames and takes down Scream. But GetRight is there to finally respawn to take down Kerrigan. It's going to be 3 versus 4 in favor of Kinguin, and it's going to be a B take. But it's all on Dennis to hold off these 3 players. Let's see what he can do. He just spot them. Look at this cheeky position. He gets no one. Cajun B takes Dennis down. Dennis had the advantage there, and Cajun B does take Michael down. And Rain does spray one down. Can he spray another one down? He's out of ammunition. He sits inside of the smoke. This is such smart play by Rain. GetRight coming in. And both of these TSM players are trained on Rain. GetRight could do a lot of damage here, and he does not. He gets one player down very low, and he's not able to connect with those sprays. But here he comes. He gets one, he gets another, and TSM played that very poorly in my opinion. I mean, they were both trained on Rain, sitting inside the smoke, waiting for him to push. Yeah, take the op. Yep, there we go. That was very poorly played from TSM. Normally you would have one player watching for this player that was inside a market here, and then one player watching both here and here, just kind of rotating between the two, and that allowed GetRight to just get the jump on them. And unfortunately for GetRight, he kind of whiffed both of the sprays, but for some reason they kind of let him be. Tech 9 for TSM though. This should be a round for Kinguin. And Scream, super blind, just going to be pushing through the smoke. He's kind of lost. He should be able to deny the spawn plant, though, and he does. He gets one, cannot get 2, but GetRight is there to spray once more, and does finally connect with that spray, and it's just basically a meat grinder there. And Kinguin now just 3 rounds away from TSM. They are getting back into this game at a very rapid pace, winning 4 rounds in a row. Finally have a response for TSM. At this rate, it feels like we could see all 30 rounds. Both teams playing exceptionally well. Cajun B gets the opening pick onto GetRight. That smoke will go down inside of window, though. I think that was GetRight's own smoke. The smoke for connector as well. So they do have full mid control here on TSM. That connector smoke kind of tells me that they're going to be heading towards B. But they have not very much time until the smokes fade, and that's going to give them an open shot if they do take Cat. Who will give them a taste of their own medicine, boosting into window. That's something that Kinguin were doing very, very often. That was weird. I was about to say something and then that happened. I don't remember what I was going to say now. That's their coach, though, on Kinguin. It's very interesting how Kinguin has an in-game leader that's not actually actively playing the game. He's just kind of watching and kind of trying to gauge what the enemy team is doing, and it seems to work quite often. But Cajun B gets another pick onto Scream. This is looking very good for TSM. But every time I say that, Kinguin responds and, well, takes down multiple players. And not this time, though. Dennis has a lot to do. A lot of work to do, but he's been doing quite a lot of work in this round. He gets nothing there, though. It's kind of annoying that I don't have music turned on, except for bomb music, and it still plays it, but you know. Any momentum that Kinguin had just got stopped right there, but if they win this round, it's going to put TSM on a light buy next round. Well, maybe not. They did reset their loss bonus, though, so they could force up next round if they do lose. And Kinguin trying that aggressive play, but nothing was really given to them. Michael with the Deagle and Rain with the 5-7. Interesting that they forced up here, but I think it might have been the right choice. Some nades Rain into B. and it's going to be all on Kinguin. And Michael opens it up with a nice headshot. Dennis also gets Zipniks, and this is basically a meat grinder once more, as Kinguin are being very strong, and Rain gets the headshot onto Kerrigan, and that light buy really paid off. I've got a double op setup here on Kinguin. Let's see what they can do with it. Get Right's going to be holding onto that op, and Dennis has an op. Does toss it towards Michael though. Michael and Get Right used to each other as they were teammates. They're on Nip for a brief period. Op versus op in mid, and once more, Device gets the opening pick. Can a response be had though? It cannot. And Dennis, ooh, he hits him through the box, unfortunately. Device very low in health, and they could clean him up. Kinguin basically need this round. It seems like they're always 3 rounds away from TSM at this point. But TSM, they got that opening pick. They could go anywhere. 3 players on A site. Finally, Scream seems like he's rotating back towards B. And that might be the right call, as that bomb is heading... Oh, I thought it was heading towards Apps, but no, it's heading back towards T-spawn. Kinguin playing very conservatively, just not giving them anything else than they already got. Although Rain could get picked here if they flash him out. Look at Kerrigan all the way in CT spawn, but somehow Kerrigan did not spot Rain in time, and there's Get Right to respawn as well, and this is going back into the favor of Kinguin. Look at this spot. I love that spot. Get Right gets another pick onto Zipniks. Get Right has been just absolutely insane for this entire series. All 3 maps, and Get Right does finally go down, but Kinguin now just 2 rounds away from TSM. And TSM have no money to work with. It's very likely going to be 13-14. What a crazy matchup this is. If this goes into overtime just like the last map, then I am going to be... I don't know. I'm just going to be very excited for that. I mean, there's nothing better than some great CS being played by both teams. Seems like a fast B take. Oh, a little team damage there goes out onto Device. That Molotov is going to be pushing them back. They're going to be heading back towards mid with that bomb. And Dennis does get the opening pick onto Device, and Rain gets caught with a nade out, but does respond to that little bit of fire he was taking. And Get Right just jumps out, takes 1, doesn't take 2. Another easy round there for Kinguin. Just 1 round away from tying this game up. Do TSM have a response for that, or will Kinguin come back and win this? No op to challenge that opper in mid for TSM. So mid control should go in favor of Kinguin, but let's see what they can do on either side. I really am impressed with Kinguin. I mean, I know they're just sort of like a mixed team, and a lot of people kind of doubt them because of the lack of communication that they might have, but they've been really showing pretty well against one of the top teams in the world right now. Some might argue top 2, top 3, TSM is. And for good reason. I mean, TSM, they've been very strong as well. Ooh, that nade broke that poor little chair there. Very, very, very slow play from TSM. It's reminding me a little bit of Na'Vi. Flash is going out into mid, but Kinguin not really showing TSM where they are. They're playing this pretty smartly. Kinguin not really sure where anybody is. I mean, they might have heard a couple nades and whatnot, but there it is. Dupree to get the opening pick. This could be TSM's round. That is all they need, really. And they got that player pushing through connector, lurking about, and there's a response from Get Right, but both Kerrigan and Device take 2 down themselves. It's going to be 2 versus 4. Can Michael and Scream finally come around and help their team out? It's not a lot of kills for either of these players, but if they can get that opening pick, it could be pretty doable. That smoke is really slowing down both Scream and Michael. The flashes go out to slow them down even more. And Scream, can he respond to that? No, not really. He should save this rifle. I mean, I know they have a lot of money, but Scream doesn't. He does get that little headshot onto Zipnix. It's going to give him a little more money to work with next round, but the bomb goes off, makes it 15-13. Match point for Team SoloMid. Kinguin on a pretty good buy still, though. They've got quite a bit of money to work with. They need to win this round anyway, so I mean they have to force up. No op to challenge Cajun B, though. Will we see all 30 rounds? Or will TSM prevail once more? Rain once more with that very forward position towards A ramp. It's going to be 3 players sitting here on A site. They're kind of just giving TSM mid control at this point. Seems like TSM are going to be favoring the B site this round, though. Again, playing very slow. Nobody on Kinguin are showing them. And here comes a B take. Michael wasn't really sure where he was getting shot from, but he does manage to spin around and take down Dupree. Get right also takes down Kerrigan. It's going to be a 3 versus 5 here, and wow, very nearly takes down Dennis, but finally he does actually go down, and Michael takes one himself, as well as Scream. There it is, 14-15, and very, very shoddy buy from TSM. This looks like it's going into overtime, folks. Just one rifle to work with, unless they buy a Galil on Zipnix. No, he can only afford that Tech 9. Probably just going to be a fast A take with those Tech 9s, it looks like. And that's exactly what it's going to be. Are they running into a meat grinder, though? That's the question. Smoke goes out to slow them down a little bit. The Tech 9 is no weapon to scoff at, though. I mean, they're close enough to Scream to be able to just tap him down very quickly. Flash goes out, blind Scream a little bit, but Scream takes one, not able to take 2. Rain does help him out, though, to take down Dupree. And Get Right just flashes himself through, takes 1, takes another one, and there it is. We're going to be seeing overtime, folks. Very well played from both sides. Here is your half-ish time scoreboard, and we will see you in OT half 1. Right, here we are. First round of overtime, both teams with full 16K. Start on the side that they were on at the end of the official rounds there. Seems like they're heading towards A ramp again, but Kerrigan here to kind of try and sell a little bit of a fake at the B site. This should... Oh, no. Let's say the smoke should land at apartments there, or right about here, to block off market. But nades are going out on TSM. And a little bit of damage goes out. Not much, though. Zipnix fully blind, does not spot Get Right, but he finally does spot Get Right, as Get Right was looking the wrong way, unfortunately for him. And that's a good opening pick there for TSM. Seems like they do have a response, though. What? That was weird. I don't like when that happens. It confuses me. But this is going in favor of TSM so far. And I keep saying that, and then Kinguin just respawned, but as I say that Kinguin respawned, Kerrigan takes down Dennis with a nice little headshot. Molotov goes down. Michael hasn't been too hot this map, but can he come through for his team? Michael knows where Zipnix is. All he needs is one shot. He sprays through the box. Does connect a little bit, it looked like. Not sure where that second player is, though. He does know now. And oh, Michael gets the pick onto Zipnix. And Kerrigan on very low health. He taps a bomb. Can he find Zipnix before Zipnix finds him? He's got to be aware of where he is, though. He throws a flash, but he doesn't stick it. That flash could be what seals it for Michael, and it was. That was very intelligently played from Michael. Very, very smart play. Michael finally comes through. That flash made it seem like it was a cover-up for a defuse sound, and Well, Michael realized that it would force Zipnix to peek, and peek he did, and Michael came out on top. He just needed a couple bullets to take him down, and 16-15 here in favor of Kinguin. Lots of flashes going out onto the A site. Smokes go out. That smoke is going... Where's that going to land? I'm a little bit hesitant to use that nade cam because it likes to glitch, but couldn't quite see where it landed. Equal trades go out. Dupree very low on health though. Kerrigan doesn't care about fire. He's going to be pushing through. And Rain does take down Device. This is looking like a 3 versus 3 at this point. They have bomb control on Kinguin, and Rain peeks, but he ends up going down. There's just 2 players there. He flashes through. Grabs the bomb. Bomb should be able to go down, but these Kinguin players are quickly rotating out. It's going to be Michael and Dennis. Zipnix does spot one of those players. And Kerrigan takes down Michael. Can he take down Dennis as well? Gets out of there. They're rotating the bomb back towards B, it looks like, as they know that one player is on the A site. Dennis, can he stop this bomb plan? There's just 30 seconds left, so they have to commit to B at this point. Here's him jump out of the window. Spots one, takes him down. He knows where Zipnix is. Can he get him, though? And he does. It's going to be 1 versus 1. Kerrigan's on very low health, but he has the positional advantage as Dennis has no idea where he is. He should realize that it's planted for Cat, though. He taps a bomb. Kerrigan just kind of peeks out, takes a shot at him, and Dennis is going to be sticking this bomb. Ooh, that was pretty scary there for Kerrigan, but Kerrigan came through in the end and gets the headshot onto Dennis. Well played. Well played, Kerrigan. All tied up once more. Both teams just fighting, clawing their way for the win. They want to go to that PGL final there. I'm not sure if both teams are already qualified and they're fighting for a better seed, or if this is for a qualification. But that spray does go down. Takes Dupree down to just 28 HP, make that 14 HP, but Dupree says, I don't care, I'm going to take down Scream, and Device does take down Michael as well. It's going to be 3 versus 5. Michael just kind of lost inside of that smoke. Bomb edging towards A site, though. Did Device spot the gun barrel? I think he did, just at the last second, and Get Right ends up going down. This looks like another round for TSM. Dennis doesn't hear anything at B, but there are a couple players heading towards B. Make that 1 player now. Dupree just lurking about. And at this point, they're forcing the rotate out. Wow. A free bomb site. The bomb should be able to go down no problem. They're not going to spot any players on this site. Nobody is there to greet them. At this point, they've got to hear the nades going out onto the A site and have to rotate out on Kinguin. Device training his crosshair over there towards jungle. And they're going to be saving these rifles. Ooh, Rain barely gets out of there alive. Saving these 2 rifles for the next round. Can they save them, though? That's a question, as TSM are just really hunting them down. Scream has been very quiet this overtime. I don't even know if he's gotten a kill quite yet. Maybe just 1 kill. And they very well may lose these 2 rifles. Gonna be forced out, and Dupree takes 1 down. Does finally respawn, but Michael excuse me, not Michael Dennis, sorry. He escapes with his rifle. Still gonna be able to buy fully on Kinguin. Alright, Device, we get it. You have a butterfly knife. 21 is the magic number we're looking for the winner of the match. So, TSM edging ever so closer. That nade takes Device down to just 71 HP. He does spot that player jumping around. Get Right just kind of trolling him at this point. And Rain really loves this spot. Not much information being given out by Kinguin though, other than where a couple of these B site players are. And oh, Dupree, he's all the way onto the A site. He does spot Scream, but Rain is still up there. They haven't checked. They haven't checked balcony. Rain could be what is needed in this round for Kinguin. They don't know he's here. He spots one player, but he hesitates not to spray. He wants that information. Finally, he is going to get all that information he wants, and he whiffs the spray. Oh, he finally does take one down, but he could have gotten so much more if he didn't whiff that spray. They didn't know he was there. And this is going to be a 2 versus 2 in favor of, well, now Kinguin, now that he got Zipnik's down towards 3 HP. Get right could be huge right here. He gets one. Can he get another? And he does. I don't know about that play from Rain, though. That was sticker money. Anyways, that was just not the time you want to be whiffing your spray. I mean, especially in overtime. Fighting for that seat there in PGL. Luckily, Get Right came through in the end, though. Last round of the first half. Whoever wins this will come out on top of the half, of course. Ooh, that nade gets eaten by Dupree. He's all the way down to 50 HP. 2 players sitting up here towards window, expecting the boost, but nobody is there to be boosted, though. Kerrigan does not catch Dennis off guard. Dennis takes him down with just 2 bullets. Lots of damage there on TSM. 2 players below half health. And Rain's going to be edging towards this smoke. He's in a kind of weird position. He could catch someone off a guard. But 2 trades go in the favor of TSM. This is looking a lot better for them. And Rain just kind of not expecting Dupree to be sitting there and gets taken down himself. 2 versus 3. Kinguin have to go for this, as it is, again, the last round of the first half of the first overtime. Perhaps there will be a second one, given how these 2 players, or 2 teams, excuse me, are playing. Bombsight is in control of TSM, but time is running down very quickly, and that bomb is all the way towards T-Spawn. Dupree does take down Get Right. It's going to be all on Scream, but again, that bomb is not even close to the bomb site at this point. And Scream at the wrong bomb site, unfortunately. Time is running out. The bomb should be able to go down at the 5-second mark there. And it does. Scream has a lot to do. He hasn't really done much this half, or in overtime in general. But now it is a good time as any to come through for his team. He spots one player coming out of market. He needs to act quickly, though. That bomb timer is ticking down very fast. He does have a kit, though. Nobody on TSM is peeking. This is a very smart play from TSM. And Scream not even able to take one down, and that is the first half done in favor of TSM. Here is your halftime scoreboard, and we'll see when that second half starts. Alright, second half of overtime here. TSM came out on top. They just need a few more rounds, 3 more, to take this series. Both teams have been playing absolutely phenomenally. This has been some good CS, no matter who comes out on top. But TSM are on the favored side, so looking pretty good for them. That nade does a little bit of damage to Rain. Zipnik's doesn't spot anything, but throws a smoke just in case. He's going to be the sole B defender until Cajun B rotates out, but Cajun B seems like he is expecting a A-site take, but they do have a player on catwalk. And this is looking like a B take. This boost for Rain here could catch Zipnik's off guard. Zipnik's finally spots, gets the information. Dennis does spot Cajun B. He has the height advantage, though. He should be able to see over this smoke, and the trades do go out. But finally, Dennis responds to Cajun B and takes him down. Get Right does take down Device because he's just doing that little bit of lurking there, and the trades are going out, but they go in the favor of Kinguin. And I question Kerrigan jumping out of that window. That very rarely pays off, and there it is, tied up once more. Kinguin are back in this for sure. No ops on Kinguin, which is pretty interesting. It seems like they're not really going to be challenging Kerrigan. Kerrigan will be heading towards window. Flashes himself out. And he's going to peek, but nobody is there. He does spot those nades going out, but again, they're not peeking. They're just trying to bait out the shot at this point to give away his position. But Zipnix does a little bit of damage there. Make that a lot of damage to Rain through the smoke. But Get Right's just going to push through, and he's not able to get the spray down. He does come out on top, though. Finally resets his position and gets the one tap down. But the trades are going in favor of TSM. Make that 4 versus 3. And Device comes back around into T-Spawn, and he sprays down Michael. This is looking like another round for TSM, but Dennis, he is here. Device is looking the wrong way, and Dennis does spray him down. This is still winnable by Kinguin. They rotate both these players here onto the A site, but they are not going to be pushing quite yet. They're waiting for that information that they can get. The smoke goes down to the stairs. Bomb heading towards Palace. Kerrigan looking towards CT. Nobody is checking Palace. They could get the jump onto TSM. They still got that anchor player there on B, just in case it was a fake. But finally, Dupree looks towards Palace entrance there. He climbs up. He sprays one down. Can he get another one? No, he cannot. He does get another one, actually. And he gets 2 there to seal the round. Just 2 rounds away for TSM. The timing on Device to check that position, you know, they realized, alright, nothing here at B. No one's showing themselves at A ramp. They gotta be Palace or mid. But just punched my microphone, I apologize. Where is this nade going to land? I guess I'll never know. Probably window if I had to guess. Yep, window. And Dupree could do a lot of nade damage, and he does. 60 HP and 74 HP for both Get Right and Ran, respectively. But Kinguin are not out of this yet. They've been known to kind of respawn. Gonna boost Get Right into that window like they like to do. No trades go out yet, though. Nothing for either team. Zipnix doing what he does, jumping about, trying to spot for information, and at this point he should be able to call that there's nothing there. And Kerrigan peeks out of jungle, gets one, gets another one, and Get Right is there, but Get Right does take one down himself. It's going to be 3 versus 2. Make that 2 versus 2 in favor of Team Kinguin. The bomb might be able to go down, but oh, that's actually unfortunate. It is actually in favor of TSM as they have bomb control and make that 1 versus 2. Scream has a lot to do. Very low on health. These smokes are going to be slowing him down quite a bit. He should rotate towards CT spawn as they aren't really aware of where he is quite yet. Scream can't find anything. He's looking. He's looking. He should be able to spot Cajun B very soon. Oh, he can't see him. They have a nice crossfire set up here. He looks the wrong way at the wrong time, and he's not able to do anything there. Just 1 round away here for TSM. HP, Screamy. It all comes down to this round. Finally, they get an op in the hands of Michael, but it might be a little bit too late. Michael just had that 1 round where he did good for his team and hasn't really done much since. Kerrigan doesn't get shot, but luckily for... Wow! Wow, what a shot! Kerrigan jumping out of the window takes down Get Right. Do they have a response on Kinguin? It's gonna be Michael versus Kerrigan for the op battle there. Smoke not gonna slow down Kinguin any, but that flash will. And the trades go in favor of TSM. It seems like it's going to be a match for TSM, as it is 3 versus 2, but let's see if Kinguin, can respond. It all comes down to this. Kerrigan pushing up very aggressively. Michael both missed their shot, but Kerrigan comes out on top with that 5-7. Dennis does get the trade. It's going to be 4 versus 2, though. That's a lot of work to do for both Dennis and Scream. Scream, you gotta do something this half, man. Now is your time to shine. Respond, to do something, please. Your team is counting on you. It all comes down to whoever gets this next pick. And Dupree Will he spot Dennis? Dennis is looking the wrong way. He does spot Dennis. It's all on Scream. This is looking very good for TSM, and it seems like they're going to be your victors, unless Dupree misses the spray, but he does take out the P250 and spray them down. And as always, thank you all very much for watching, and congratulations to Team SoloMid for taking these series and making it to PGL.